Hey everybody, it's Amos with Conservation Foundation of the Gulf Coast, and today I'm in a marsh on the wild and scenic Myakka River. And I'm here to share with you a restoration project we've been working on for the past 2 years. This project focuses on removing this grass from this marshland on this property that we consider the gateway to Myakka River State Park. It's a property owned by Conservation Foundation of the Gulf Coast, immediately north of the state park, and it's about 1 mile of riverfront. And in this gateway to Myakka River State Park, what we want to do is manage the land as a buffer, as a place between private lands to the north that may have exotic plant populations that we don't want getting into the state park. And this grass in particular is something that we're trying to remove. This is called paragrass, and I'm standing in a thicket of it here. I'm pretty tall, I'm over 6 feet tall, and this grass has a good 2 feet on me. It grows very thick, very tall, and so thick, very little wildlife and native plants can grow in here. It becomes a green desert. So we want to remove this grass and let the native wildlife, native plants come back. But we also want this property to be free of it so it doesn't go into the state park. If we can keep this property as a buffer, we know that we can protect Myakka River State Park as the gem on the Myakka River that it really is. You can see where we've previously treated. The grass is brown, it's dead or dying. And you can see where we've treated some months ago. The native plants are already colonizing. And for the most part, these are early successional species. These are plants that come in early after a disturbance to colonize a property, and they produce a tremendous amount of seed, and that seed has been lying dormant in the soil, what you call the seed bank, waiting for the grass to be removed. Once it's removed, it's ready to grow. You see it's going to flower, it's setting seed, it's setting fruit, and it's dispersing those seeds, waiting for the next time. These native plants, so much better for wildlife. You can see flowers on here attracting pollinators. You can see some plants producing fruit that birds will enjoy eating. One of the most important things about the paragrass removal is just the structural difference between this exotic grass marshland and the native marshland. You'll notice that there's open areas, ways for wildlife to get through the marsh when it's a native marsh. In fact, I ran into some alligators this morning. I tried filming 2 gators in the river, and I didn't realize there was a gator in the foreground. It startled me. The alligators, are crawling up onto the banks. They have a lot more room to sun themselves, to metabolize, to break down their food, now that this thick grass is removed, and they have these easy access paths. We also see shells in the marsh from limpkins, water birds that like to eat snails. They're pulling the snails out of the water, coming up into this marsh where they can move around and eating the snails. You see this pattern over and over again. The marsh in its native state is just such a good home for wildlife. And this thick grass, this paragrass, is not a good home. Very little life in the paragrass marsh as compared to the native marsh. So we want to restore it. That's what we've been at work doing with the Coastal and Heartland National Estuary Partnership. We're thankful to them for their funding. We're thankful to you, our members. We're thankful for all the support to protect the wild and scenic Myakka River, to restore places like these, to keep Florida beautiful. Please, if you haven't done so already, visit our website, conservationfoundation.com, like us on Facebook, Conservation Foundation of the Gulf Coast, or visit our Instagram page, Conservation Foundation GC. There you can learn more about how we save land and how you can help. Thanks so much.